Hi, this is Dreaming Sheep and welcome to episode 16 of Sheep's Nelly Vanilla Experience. Today we're going to start off by doing some little crafting bits, all bauble related to start with, and then I'm going to do the cobblestone generator finally that I've been talking about for several episodes now. So first things first, I really want to start getting a watermill / dragon mill going. You can see I've got my angel rings. There should be, oh, I think I've still got one left in here. Yeah, there we go. Now, even though you can see them on my character, I can't fly. And so it looked like I flew for a second there. That actually freaked me out. Yeah, if we go up there, there's like, it tries to, but it won't actually switch on. Didn't actually know it did that. It's the first time I've tried. But let's quickly craft our bits. And first things first, I think if we do this one. Yep, that gives us a watermill. Now this crafting recipe is broken. Zazra's already done his, and apparently you get all your items back apart from the bucket. Or not. Okay, he said he did. Maybe he used a Tinker's crafting table and that's a bit different, but hey. So a watermill we could put down, you can put like 4 source blocks around it. It is very specific on how it works. Let me just get to a better block I could place down. That was sand. So if we had that as the, oh, actually, you know what? Let's just, why are we making it difficult? So there's the watermill. Now it does not work with source blocks. So if you put a block there, you would get 0 power from it. So what you would end up doing is you've got to effectively place the blocks around them. Actually, you could just do like opposite corners. And then if we go to another block, so this would be a source block and it rolls out 1 block in each direction. So this one goes this way, this one goes into these 2 directions. And you end up with the strongest possible power you can generate from this, which I think is 16 grid power. Now flight requires 32. Anything else, there's a few things in extra utilities that uses some grid power. Any of those will actually then use more. So you'd need like at least 3 or 4 of these just to do some basic stuff. And obviously at a price of like 2 Elite Dragon kills per, that's quite pricey. Another thing is I'm using the quadruple compressed cobblestone as a crafting ingredient. You can see on the tooltip there, that is actually 6,561 cobblestone. And you sort of craft a single, you take 9 cobblestone into a compressed, 9 of those into a double, 9 double into a triple, 9 triple into a quadruple, and then that allows you to craft all the other bits. You need 6 of them in total to get to the dragon egg mill. And all I did was go into the mining dimension and hack away at stone for, I don't know, about an hour maybe. You'd think I'd have that already, carving out the 7x7 chunk, but because I had the auto smelt on the pickaxe, which I've now removed, what have I got on there instead? I think it's the enchanted binding. Yeah, because that was on there, I actually ended up with smooth stone, as people used to call it, stone instead of cobblestone. I only had about 81 cobblestone or something silly. So yeah, all of that was done. Got a watermill now. We can craft that into a dragon egg mill, which gives you 500 GP. I remember that used to say 0 when it first came out, back in the day. Oh, you do get loss from this as well. Intriguing. So it looks like the first one you place down, and I'm just going to place it here as a temporary thing. And then for it to actually work, you need to place a dragon egg on top. You can see you're now getting 500. From what I just read on that tooltip, if you put a second one down, you'll only get 250 from that and from the third one. And then obviously beyond that, I didn't really look. There we go. So you get 75% loss. That's what, 125 GP per after that. So it's quite a big loss. But let's be honest, 500 GP, I doubt I'll even use that. So I might eventually get a second one just to kind of balance a room or wherever it ends up going. I'll see what the flow is like and do it from there. But with that done, I should have flight, which I don't now because I don't have my wings. I was just testing. With wings, I can fly. That is epic. Are they bauble rings. Oh, there we go. So they can just go into a bauble slot up here, so it doesn't take up inventory space. And while I'm flying, you can see there it says power grid 32 out of 500. Actually, I wonder if it tells you on here. Yep, uses 32 GP. Okay, so yeah, 2 water mills or 1 dragon egg mill, which is not that pricey for 2 nether stars. I do have quite a few nether stars now, 15. I've used loads for some other stuff I've done and not shown anyone. But the 15 was quite easy to get. I've been trying to automate this and it's just not working. It's driving me absolutely mental. I've tried with vanilla redstone. I've tried with just redstone underneath here. So there's actually a like hopper clock type thing down there, or there was. But yeah, so dispenser into hopper for a single tick, and yeah, it's not working, because what ends up happening is they like power each other, or they don't lose their signal until they place a block, and then they do. So the wither spawns and it drops a whole bunch of extra blocks, driving me crazy. I don't know what's happening with it. So might go back to manual, but the advantage of testing this means I got a whole heap of nether stars. Right, next thing I want to do hopefully very quickly, now that I can fly, is I want to go over to the pirate ship and I want to get a parrot. I haven't actually researched this, so hopefully I'm not wrong. I know that there is an item that can make birds like explode. I can't remember which one it is. So hopefully it's not seeds. I've seen in another video just randomly watching that someone was taming them with seeds. Come on. That is a lot of seeds. Wow, that's 25 seeds now. Thanks, Squid. I was not coming for you. Okay, that was quite a lot of seeds. I was not expecting it to need that many. So let me just pop back to spawn. I am going to go get some more seeds. There was something else I wanted to do very quickly. What was it? Oh, okay, I remember. I need to check. I'm going to make one more bauble item. I'm going to do it this way. Get back to spawn. Oh, I can't. Not yet. It seems to load better when you use the warp stone compared to using a portal. I have no idea why. Let's head back to the parrot again. I'm really surprised it took like, I think it was 25 seeds. It was 24, 25. I just picked up the smallest stack that was in the chest. I was thinking it would take like 4 or 5 of them and that would be enough. So let's see. Hey, Mr. Parrot, you're in a bad spot. There we go. Oh, cookies. No. Do not feed me to parrots. Okay, so obviously that's the one that you don't give to parrots. I don't fully understand why, but okay. Now, there's 2 things you can do with parrots, aren't there? I don't think this is going to work if I try and shift click you, because I'm not standing on a block. But I can pick them up with a bird cage. I don't know if I can put them down. Let's find out. Oop. Oh, I was like, I can hear him. I can't see him. There he is. Oh, parrot on my shoulder. So jumping gets rid of him? Yeah, there we go. Now, the reason I've done this, instead of just killing it, which would actually be a really nice morph. Oh, so it's tempting. But I need a lot of these. 80 levels. So this will actually make a flying ring. With a whole bunch of other items that aren't terrible to get. Actually, we've got those, got that, so not far off of it actually. And that would then completely remove the GP side of it as well, which is quite nice. So 1 more parrot and a feather falling 4 book, and I can get a flying ring, which I think is a little bit faster than the extra utilities one, but that can then be upgraded with another whole load of parrots. So it's like 12 more parrots, 2 elytras. So I've only got the 1 at the moment, although you can duplicate them with dragon scales, so maybe we can do that. I'll have a look. And that gives you the flying ring, which is then even better. It's quite a fast flight, so I'll be looking. I'm working my way towards that. I just need to find some more parrots. And one last thing, I've not looked at the recipe yet, but we've added a new mod. Because I want to get night vision, because I feel bad that no one can probably see what I'm doing on YouTube a lot of the time. And now there's two options. There's one is the Ring of Enchanted Eyes, gives you permanent night vision. And then so does the Dragon Eye, or Dragon's Eye. But on the mod description, it says to be careful of the dragon head. So I don't know if that's going to do anything really random. I can't find out yet. Well, I've looked around, can't find out. Haven't found out. So let's craft this and take it from there. So golden carrot, I feel like I should have golden carrot. Hello. Oh, there we go. One golden carrot. Thank you. 4 iron, and this is 4 glowstone, 4 of these. As you can see, I've upgraded a few chests, all the ones that were like pretty full. Yeah, I had to really. I need 4 of these, and was it an iron ingot in the middle? I didn't really look. I don't feel like it was. It is, okay. So we should be able to make one of these, and then take those to make the enchanted, or Eye of Enchanted, Ring of Enchanted Eyes. Wow, complete fail. Now this has to go into a ring slot, which is this one down here on your baubles. We put it in there, and we should... Is that a ring slot? Oh, okay, that's a belt, sorry. And there we go, permanent night vision. So I'm kind of hoping this will help with the videos. If I go somewhere dark and I'm not thinking about it, then we should be okay. I'm pretty certain it's going to be a bit darker now. If we just take that off. There you go. We do lose a bit of it. Not terrible. So B does open the bauble slot, but it also does other things. Right, let's put you back in there. And there we go. Everything's lit up again. So no more worrying about torches while I'm running around. Thank you, Zaz, for covering my backside when we were doing that. Right, I think that is it for baubles for today. I would like to now get started on this cobblestone generator. I just need to decide where it's going to go and what blocks I'm going to use for the insides. And when I'm ready, we'll be back. Oh, I can see underwater now. Ooh. Hello. There is a mob spawner right there. I don't think anyone has seen it, so let's quickly, while I've got you. Thank you, Depth Strider, for making that a little bit quicker. Yeah, so mob spawner under here. It is a zombie one. And some kind of boring loot now that I've got all of this from somewhere else. But inside my backpack, one of the things I don't think we've covered yet is you can actually right-click backpacks inside backpacks. So in here, I've got some random tools. Let's grab the chest transporter and pick up that one so we can use it another time, and just right click in there and put it away. Yeah, my backpack was getting incredibly full. I've got bottles of enchanting in this backpack. I thought I had another stack. Oh, hello. The reason for that is some of my armor now has mending on it. I found some mending books off camera. Forgot to kind of show it. I forgot I can fly. So if I need to repair anything and there's no mobs around, I can just throw the bottles down. I can also come over to the shower. This was Zaz's idea. Let me just first put some of this away. And just do that, and that repairs my armor. That one's got mending on it, so why didn't that one repair? There we go. So fully repaired. My leggings do not. But yes, all useful stuff. Right, I will be back. I am going to try and figure out where I can put this cobblestone generator, because it's going to be huge and it's not going to be completely unsightly, but yeah, it's not going to be a pretty thing to look at either. So we'll be back shortly. Okay, so we're nearly ready to start the cobble gen. You can see it's going to go down there. But I wanted to first apologize for the audio. I don't know why, but it sounded like I was in a tin can to me. So hopefully it's not that bad for everyone else. But also, I just wanted to explain a second half of this cobblestone generator, which is going to be compressing the cobblestone down to ultimately get to octuple compressed cobblestone, which is I think 72 million cobble, I think it is. Let's have a look. It is that one there. Oh no, okay, so 4.3 million roughly. Quite a bit. Or it's 43 million. I can't remember. It's a lot of cobblestone. More than a typical person would get just out mining stuff. So what we'll do is they will be put into an ender chest. I've got a grey one here, which means all the cobble from the multiple layers will come into here. They'll be extracted by a transfer node, which currently has a upgrade stack or stack upgrade in there, and a speed upgrade. Now, speed upgrade. So there's 3 different ones, right? There's a normal upgrade, there's a magical, and an ultimate. In testing, I've tested on fluids. I haven't tested in items, but it extracted fluid at the exact same rate. The only difference was that this has a stack limit of 4, this has a stack limit, or the magical has a stack limit of 16, and the ultimate a stack limit of 64. So in my mind, that should make them faster. I just haven't seen that yet. So we might come back to having to craft these. It's a multiple crafting stages. This recipe doesn't work. There's an item there that's been disabled. So it takes a ender pearl and 4 redstone to make one of these. Take 4 of those with a weighted pressure plate. It's this recipe because the original recipe is a weighted pressure plate in a resonator, which is disabled in the pack, and that gives you a upgrade base, and then those can just be upgraded into the speed, stack, and world interaction, what it used to be the mining upgrade. This thing gets upgraded to a magical with the gold and enchanted ingots, which is done in a, where's the alloying? Here we go. So you got alloy, iron, and XP together in a smeltery. Long-winded. Once you've got that, you can then make the ultimate one, which is drops of evil and evil infused iron. I haven't even looked at making evil infused iron yet. There's a good chance there's no recipe for it. Yep, there is currently no recipe for it as far as I can tell. I'm trying to remember which one is which. Yeah, see, this isn't the... There is another evil infused iron. Okay, so demon ones we definitely have a use for. That's quite an easy thing to make. You just a nether brick well with lava and you throw your gold into it. I'm going to have to add a recipe for the evil infused iron. I need to go and find out what the original recipe is and make that happen. But anyway, being distracted. So the cobble gets pulled out into a compacting drawer from storage drawers. Now these are fantastic. I love them. I will be using a lot more of them in the future, but the way they work is you can put an item in there. Oh, we don't have tiny coal. I thought we did. I was trying to think of something. Oh, of course. Hang on. Let's put you back in. I'm just going to get an iron block instead and put you away. So you can put items in here. So you can put in iron ingots. I'm just making a mess of this now. There we go. And you can see it currently says there are 3 blocks, 30 ingots, or 270 nuggets. It's not a combination. So obviously this times 9 makes 30, times 9 makes 3, with 3 remaining. So it won't show you whatever else is left. So you can come in, you can remove your iron block. You can remove as much iron ingots as you want, because obviously that is more than we put in. Or you could shift click and take out an entire stack. Now we only had 27 nuggets, so it doesn't give you the entire stack obviously, but one of the really nice things, you can double right click and any item in your inventory that will fit in there will go in. So if I had like a whole bunch of blocks, let's do really making a mess of this. So we do it like this. So our inventory is full of items, we double right click and you can see all of the iron's gone in. Now what's really useful for this is obviously if you have iron ingots somewhere and you want to store them, you can store them as blocks and then just click to get your blocks out. Once you run out of blocks, take your ingots out and one more. There we go. That's everything. So really handy, works well for glowstone if I remember correctly. So you don't have to, because there's no recipe for glowstone. You can't just convert it back like you can with redstone, for example. So if you drop that in there, you can take your glowstone dust out in a 4:1 ratio. So it takes 4 of these to make one of these, and one of these will give you 4 of these back. There's no loss whatsoever. So you don't have to place the block, break it, and potentially lose some items. Yeah, so I hope that makes sense. I'm using these, you'll see they come in as single cobblestone, goes to compressed to double compressed. This
pipe will remove double compressed cobblestone, which is a filter. Oh, I don't really want to do that, do I? I need to explain filters somehow. They're here. So you can grab a filter. Recipe is just some sticks and redstone with a string in the middle. And then you right click it in the air and you can just put items in there. And you've got whitelist, blacklist, can match NBT data, which is like your background data, about like what's stored in a tank, for example. So like this drum has 113 buckets worth of lava in there. So you can make, if you set it to match NBT, it'll only move another drum with 113 buckets. If you say ignore, it'll move any gargantuan drums. Then you have metadata, which is, oh no, have I got that the wrong way? That could be meta. NBT is like your durability type thing, your bar at the bottom. And all dictionary is anything that's the same type. So if you have two different types of copper, for example, which I don't think we've got anything that's really an issue like that in the pack. But yeah, if you've got two different types of items that are basically the same, but from two different mods, it'll treat it identically. Let's just remove that. As you can see, it doesn't actually take your item away from you. It's just a ghost item. So luckily there's no loss there. That then just gets right clicked into the filter and it means it won't take anything but what's in there. Okay, so we've got up to double comes into here, you get triple, quadruple, and then that's going to go across until we get to octuple. It's going to take a long time. It seems like a really small process. It's really not. It's really going to take a lot of, it's going to take like a week to get one octuple compressed. So maybe a little bit less. I was working that out on I think 12 layers and I'm going to go for 20. Now in my inventory is hopefully everything we will need for this. It is just 4 buckets of water the way I've got this designed. You can use a bucket of water on every layer if you want. It's an infinite resource. It's not really an issue. Just don't really need to. So I am going to try and get this started. This is the center of the chunk. You can see there's our sort of chunk borders. We're right on the edge and we're going to build this way out. And it should all fit into one chunk, which is obviously quite a nice thing. It means we don't have to worry about loading things, which we'll come back to later as well. So yes, first things first, we need to go over one block. So let's do this and then start placing the hoppers. And hoppers actually need to go into the middle block. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. And then it goes into this. Actually, let's just make that our ender chest already. There's no reason not to. I keep forgetting that I can fly as well. So if you see me running around every now and again, it's because I'm used to this being vanilla. But yeah, it'll be fixed. I won't keep doing that. Okay, so we point 4 hoppers into the ender chest. Is it 4 hoppers? It's 3 hoppers. 1, 2, 3. It's 3 hoppers in every direction. My original design was a bit bigger, so I'm kind of having to remember how to do this. But 3 in every direction, and then on each center item or center hopper, face another hopper into those. There we go. Now, I think, is that where nope, it's not. That is it. On top of that, we'll place the block breakers. And they all need to be facing upwards. I need to come down, wrong button. And we only put them on the outside items. Oh, this is going to be a pain because you're going to be stuck in that filter down there now. Okay. I'll go get that later on. So we're just basically doing a full kind of circle of block breakers. There's another one that's going to get stuck in a filter. Oh, damn you hoppers. Okay, maybe I should not have an ender chest there to start with, but too late. Right, from there, we need to activate all of these block droppers with redstone blocks or redstone signals. I just prefer blocks because they're solid. Now, I can put one in each corner and you can see these switch on. I don't know if they hurt me. No, they don't. Good. But if I put one here to activate this one, it's going to disable the hopper. So instead, we'll put one on the outsides. There we go. All the way around. I'm going to grab the blue stained glass. This is the Tinker's glass. There is a reason for that. If I place it down, I can just break it with anything to get it back. I do have a couple spares, so I'm not too worried about losing any. I think I only need 36, but I couldn't craft 36 because it is the standard sort of recipe where you have dye and 8 glass. But hey. So from there, we need to just build a little sort of bucket down here, all the way around. There's one there, one here. I may have actually worked this out wrong. I might need double what I've worked out. There we go. If we do it this way, we can just break you. There we go. And then we do another one. So it was from there, wasn't it? You can put blocks in there. I just currently don't have them that way. There's no particular reason for it. Okay, there we go. Now that little bucket is going to catch the water that will run down inside here. I'm just double checking I'm in the right spot. Yeah. So water will flow all the way from the top down into this bucket and stop instead of running down into water or spreading everywhere. It's just going to look nicer that way. I am placing some blocks in the middle here. Again, not necessary, but I want to, so I'm going to. Could place something in the middle. I think in my original design I had a hopper because I was going to chain them all the way down and then realized the hoppers will be too slow, so I didn't. Finally, for this layer at least, I'm just putting the sound mufflers in. Again, I was going with one. I think I was going to put one there originally. But yeah, I'd rather just have all of them in. It's going to get really loud, so why not? That is pretty much it. The next layer up will be, this is optional again, is just some glass around the middle just to seal everything up. I'm going to do that just to get rid of the texture. And finally, once we have the water flowing, all we would do is put a lava source over here, and that will be it. So I'm going to go and rebuild this 19 more times. Oh, just saying that's a little bit scary, but yeah, 19 more times going up. And luckily we have a starting point here. I can just, that's where the next layer will be. So effectively identical to this. Just no need for the blue glass anymore. We're finished with glass until we get to the top layer. So we'll be back as soon as that is all ready and hopefully nearly finishing the episode. Okay, layer 2 is done. It didn't really take that long. It's a couple of minutes maybe to do it. I've just realized this could actually be a great time for a montage, so cue the music and I hope you enjoy. Yep, there we go. I'm completely out of hoppers with 10 layers to go. I'm guessing I've done 10 then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, just worked it out completely wrong. That sort of makes sense that I've got enough. I think I have, oh yeah, because there's extras on the outside. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to go craft some hoppers and then I will be back again. Yes, I got the hoppers wrong again. I worked out on 16 per layer instead of however many it was, 20 per layer. So I need another 40 more hoppers. What did I do with my chests? Oh well. Yep, I'm going to craft those, and yeah, we're nearly finished. Okay, so our tower is now done. I've just checked, that video clip was 21 minutes, includes going back to do crafting and a little bit of commentary. So not bad for a 20-minute build. Got to be because of flight. It would never have happened otherwise. But next up, we need to place the water source. Now, do I want it? I think it's going to go that height. Just so that nothing gets in the way. I might not have enough. Let's see, 11, 5. No, I don't actually have enough because I wasn't planning on putting one up there. That's why. Right, so you went there, you go down here. Oh, actually, and I don't need to use as much, which is quite nice. There we go. Yeah, it's the, yep, that's the shape I remember making. I think that didn't go too bad, apart from obviously forgetting that I needed a lot more hoppers than I crafted. I think that worked out okay. Again, feel free to let me know what you think in the comments. I always encourage them. Could do with some more of them every now and again. Let's get rid of you and you. Good, at least you don't break everything. Oh, nowhere near enough blue glass. Okay. Let's get all of this in place. You may have noticed I put a bucket in the ender chest. There was actually a reason for it. It means the filter pipe down there, the transfer pipe, can't take it out, or it can't take out anything that I drop in. So yes, I need to go and craft a whole bunch more of the blue glass. But while I'm here, I'll just show you what effectively we're going to do. So all we do is we pour some water down these spots, and I've worked out the wrong amount of water as well, so we need double what we have. You will go down there and you will go down there, and it will flow all the way to the bottom. I'm going to get 4 more buckets of water and a whole bunch more blue glass, and I'll be back to finish off this build. Okay, hopefully I now have everything that I actually need. So let's do this. Come on, place block, thank you. Oh, obviously not wanting to place glass today. Let's get rid of this little bit here, and this little bit here. Out we go, and oh, that stained glass looked really funny in my inventory there. 2 more. And we're just going to break this from below so that there's less chance of losing any of it. And up we go. Cool. So 4 more buckets of water, and I'm just like freaking out about getting it in the right place every time. Giggity. There, and there, there, and there. And we should have a fun little water tower of multiple colors. Now I've got to go and put the lava in all of them. I'm going to start on the top one, and I will go down one at a time. I think it's going to take far too much work to do everything if I try. So drum goes down, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the lava just goes on top of the sound mufflers, and it should instantly form cobblestone. There we go. And we'll put another one there. This is part of the reason I went with the sound muffler being there. It's an easy block to identify anyway. And as you can hear, there's blocks constantly being broken. And that does get insanely loud pretty quickly. I'm just going to grab another set of buckets and take you. Now, if this is working correctly, we should have cobblestone coming through. Backpack pouch would be quite nice to have, actually. I'm going to take you out. And there's the cobble, and it's going in. It doesn't seem particularly fast, but if we do this again, you can see the speed it comes in at. And that's just one layer. So if we're doing 20 of those, it's going to get a lot faster. Can't wait. I'm going to go off and fill up all the lava, and then I'll show you the speed it comes in at. And I need to see if this is actually working fast enough. I don't know if it will be. So we'll be back for probably the last clip of this episode. And we're done. Yeah, it's extremely laggy. It's causing a lot of lag, but I didn't expect the particles to be there. I thought that only happens once this fills up, so I might end up moving this to another dimension or somewhere further out in the overworld where I can just chunk load it and it's not being rendered. Yeah, because I'm getting like 29 FPS now, and I'll normally limit myself to like 70 or 80. So if we pop down here, there's still a lot of lag being caused. Yeah, it's all in rendering distance. I haven't checked to see how we're doing in terms of storing it. Oh, obsidian, I'll take you out. It's a good thing. Oh, that's what happened. I misplaced one lava bucket. And I was like, oh, it broke the lava, but it didn't. It broke the obsidian. Where is obsidian being stored at the moment? In there? Yes. So this is keeping up a lot better than I expected. How quickly is this going up? It's really not going that fast. I was expecting this to still be a bit quicker than that is, really. Because this should be absolutely pumping the stuff out. If I just put my bucket in there again, that's how quickly it's coming in. So it's more than a stack per second. It's pretty quick. That will fill up very soon if I don't remove that. How quickly does it remove it? Oh, comfortably dealing with that. That's good. Okay. Yeah, the lag is quite bad. I'm going to have to move that somewhere else, maybe to the mining dimension or something. Yeah, because I don't think encasing it will do any good. I was going to build something around it, and then I thought what I could do is build some spawn eggs around it as well, as like a big mob farm, but I don't think it's going to work. So what I might do instead is disable it. Which wouldn't be very difficult, I think. I was going to say removing the redstone. What I'll probably do is disable it, build around it, and then actually have a working model of it somewhere else, just to keep it looking. Yeah, I want it there, but I need the functionality. But I really can't deal with the frame rate drops. I think that's going to be too big a problem. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode. We finally got around to doing the cobble gen. I will need to do some more with the compacting drawers that are up in the roof here. The reason for that, basically if I put a transfer node on here at the moment, it'll pull everything out of this, and I only want to take out the quadruple compressed instead. So yeah, actually I can now take 9 of those out, and I don't need to make another one, but oh well. Yeah, so this will be transferred into another one. I can do that now, actually, if you want to see how it's done. Grab one of you, one of you, one of you, and one of you. The filter will need the quadruple compressed on it. You and you can go in there. Is that quadruple? It is. And then we put the compacting drawer down and a pipe. And we should get quintuple. Yeah, 1 quintuple, and then we'll get the sextuple, which will then go into another compacting drawer, which will then go from sextuple to, I'm trying to remember what 7 is, septuple, and then octuple. So that will be our last drawer here. I actually made one more than I needed. But yeah, this is going to take quite a long time before we're going to be ready to get into this drawer. Maybe even after the next episode is recorded, which I have no plans on doing for the next few days. So we'll see where we are at that point. Storage wise, there's really not going to be a problem. It'll store 16 stacks of the top item. So really we've got 16 stacks worth of sextuple compressed cobble, which is 65. It's a lot. 500 and something thousand cobblestone per block, if I remember correctly. I can't actually see that one. Yeah, 531,000 cobblestone just to make one of these, and then we can make 64 to make a stack, and then 16 of those, I'm not going to have any problems with storing any cobblestone anytime soon. Right, again, I hope you enjoyed. I know it's been a little bit of a long episode. I don't know exactly how long, but probably close to 42 minutes by now. So apologies for the length, but I think it needed to be. Anyway, take care. Until next week. Bye-bye. I found sunflowers. So many sunflowers. I found sunflowers. I think these are the first sunflowers I've seen on this map. So many sunflowers everywhere.